welcome to today's episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is Remains West. If this is your first time of watching this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about a very important and unique topic called the symbolism of the divine nine. I am sure many of you might have heard about this word before, especially if you are in spirituality, Western occultism. You would have often heard about the number nine, especially its spiritual significance in our Western occultism. In Western occultism, the number nine is considered as the highest grade or highest level of spiritual development than is attainable for a human being, or the highest ring. When I was practicing Western occultism back then, my early days, I was experimenting. I was hearing about this nine, how to become number nine. So many Western occultists have said this number many times. People that we don't hear their name anymore. Some people you're gonna know, Michael Ford, E.A. Coatings, and the whole bunch of these are dark Western practitioners, people that practice black, the so-called Western chaos black magic. They always mention this number nine, that they have certain rituals that they encourage people, or they have created for you to be able to achieve this high state of their own spirituality. That they have rituals that the essence of this is to quicken your spirit or your soul, so that you will have more dark consciousness, or the so-called deities they are venerating can be able to presence themselves seriously inside the body or spirit of the individual, to make it more darker, to make it more powerful. In my own interpretation, these so-called white people, because this is a white people thing, they are trying to do rituals that will make them more like black people. This so-called dark consciousness that they are trying to access in this their diabolical or dark rituals are some aspects of this so-called dark matter consciousness. Melanin, let me call it melanin, the melanin that we black people have naturally. So these are white practitioners of this so-called Western occultism. They appear to be looking for a way to achieve this state of being, this state of consciousness, without having anything to do with black people. They are trying to become more like black people without getting in touch with black people. So they want to kind of steal our melanin by going to these so-called evil deities to teach them rituals on how to become more African. I will say that. I will get to this. I know many of you will not understand this, so let me explain the essence of these so-called rituals you're going to find in many of the agreements, how to become number nine. The scientific aspect of this is that we Africans are the root race of this world, but many white people, especially the racist white people, are arguing against this. They are trying to claim that whites came before black people. And the more we dig into science, the more we dig into history, we keep on unearthing evidence upon evidence, mountain of evidence, to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the African people, the black people, are the root race of this world, that every other race came from black genetics, from black people, and that all other races are the children of black people. All other race came from us. We black are the root race. I'm not saying this because I am black. I am saying this because this is a fact. I have transcended race a long time ago. I already transcended my race before I was even born. So I'm not saying this that because I'm a black person I have to promote black. I'm saying this because this is the pure, clear, crystal clear truth, scientific truth. There's nothing higher than the truth. Even if I am white today, I will still say this because this is the truth. The problem we have in this world is that many white people, especially white scholars, many of them are racists. due to their, I don't know why they feel that they are supposed to be in competition with black people, or they want to dominate the whole world. In order for them to spread this white supremacy ideology, they have to see themselves as superior people, as second to none, even if they are lying to themselves. That is why so many white people are psychotic and sociopaths in mentality. Many of them are sociopaths because they are living, they are not in touch with reality. They are living a fake life, a fake, empty life. So, what is propelling most of them is hatred, envy, jealousy, greed. Many white people are envious of black people. They hate black people because they can never be like black people. They can never live up to black people. They can never be authentic. And they want to dominate black people. And they hate the fact that we have all the things that they ever wanted in their life. All the things, good health, strong genetics, natural resources, living in the best continents, direct connection to the divine. So many things that we have naturally, they don't have it. They resent and hate these facts. So all they do 24 hours is to cause problem for black people, cause problem for indigenous people, trying to make us not have peace in this world. This is the mentality of most white people. And I'm going to prove it today with this research about this 9 series DNA. Recently, Joe Biden, he was the one that necessitated this video. During the opening of Black History Month on the 23rd of February, he made a speech that I am white, not stupid. I know about Black history. I know about the Divine Nine. He mentioned this word, the Divine Nine. So I want us to talk about the Divine Nine today. What does Joe Biden really know about the Divine Nine, and which Divine Nine is he talking about? For Joe Biden, the Divine Nine that he's talking about is simply a local sonority or organization, like let me say a campus secret society that was founded by black people in the early 19th century. This so-called Divine Nine was founded by black people in America due to the fact that they discovered that American colleges and universities have so many sonorities and campus confraternities that are exclusive to only white people. These societies, they're always with Greek names. They are formed to teach white people the original history of the world, which they don't teach in this campus, in the schools. I have told you before many times on this channel that the so-called secret societies of the Western world, Freemason, Clyde Templars, Rosicrucian, Skulls and Bones, all the Ivy League secret societies we have, the secrets they teach in these societies are our African history that they have refused to put in the educational curriculum of our schools. So what they do in these Ivy League institutions, instead of teaching African history authentically as the origin of the world, as the origin of civilization of the world, they remove it from the public educational curriculum. They lock it inside their secret societies. When they send their children to this higher institution, they will teach these lies in the daytime about Greek origin of civilization. The Greek did this, the Greek did that. Every good thing came from Europe. Black people, African people know nothing, they have nothing. In the night time, inside their secret societies, they will be teaching them African secrets. They'll be teaching them secrets of ancient Egypt, the Rosicrucian order. They'll be teaching them all this our African stuff that they don't want us to know. This is the essence of their secret societies. So in order for them to do this effectively, they only teach this to their children. They will not allow black people to join because black people will know the truth. So they don't allow black students to join these fraternities where they teach our secret history to them. So in order to counteract this kind of imbalance or this situation, black students came together and they formed their own campus secret societies in America, and then they give it their overall name, the Divine Nine. So that is how this Divine Nine symbolism came. So Joe Biden is talking about divine nine, but there's a deeper thing more than that divine nine. The divine nine, the secret of this divine nine is what I want to talk today. Why is nine divine? What is the symbolism? What is the importance of this nine number? The importance is that the mathematical numbers we have today range from number 1 to number 9, and 9 is the highest number you get. All the other number combinations in this world is composed from 1 to 9. 9 is the highest. Okay, so in the spirit world too, we have mathematics is the language of God once again. In the spirit world, 9 is the highest level of spirituality that we attain, 9th degree. Okay, in the spirit world, we have 9 rings, 9 life of the cats, 9 symbolisms of so many things in the world. So 9 is going to be the highest degree we attain in anything. So who have this 9 divine 9 number naturally in this earth? Who is the highest human being that we be able to be calling, that can call himself number 9 to be the greatest? Who we have this divine number? Let's check it out scientifically. In 1996, an American research organization that called themselves the American Association for the Advancement of Science. This is a group formed by American topmost scientists. They do research on the world to find out knowledge, to increase their knowledge base and advance their own body of knowledge. In 1996, they came up together and started testing DNA of different animals. They want to know the DNA series of various mammals to know which mammals are the most intelligent. And they started with the mammals that look more like humans. They tested the DNA of the orangutan. They discovered that the orangutan have 3 DNA series. They tested the DNA of the gorilla. They find out that the gorilla have 4 DNA series. They tested the DNA of the chimpanzee. They discovered that the chimpanzee have 5 DNA series. The chimpanzee is the closest to so-called humans, according to them. So they tested the DNA of human beings. They discovered that their own DNA in Europe, they have 6 series DNA. Then they start testing different races. They tested the DNA of the English people, French people, Spanish people, Russian people, the Asian people. They discovered all of them have 6 DNA series. They tested the DNA of about 116 different human groups on the world. They discovered that all of them have 6 DNA series. They now put this very information on a map. They call this map the intelligence map of the world. This research is done by white people. Mind you, it's not black people. No black person have anything to do with it. It was done by them. Okay? They call this map the intelligence map of the world. They tested 116 groups. To their surprise, they discovered that the African people have 9 DNA series. Africans have 9 DNA series. The thing was shocking for them. They keep on testing. They find out that we are the only people in the world. African people are the only people that have 9. All other races have 6 DNA series. So what does that tell you? That says that African people are the most superior people on the planet in terms of human being. We are the people that have the highest level of genius and the highest level of physical and spiritual superiority over all other races. This was what they discovered. So this is the essence of the divine 9. Okay? So from this discovery, what they have followed up with now is that they have started mapping African people's DNA aggressively. You will notice that Bill Gates is currently in Africa. There are so many Western pharmaceutical companies that are in Africa, so many of their research lab right now. They are mapping our DNA because they have discovered that our DNA holds the key to the treatment of many illnesses, for long life, for creativity, for unlimited genius. So if you are looking for the smartest people on this planet and the dumbest people as well, you will find them in Africa. And this is what you can see in our history. When you look at the civilization of Kush and the ancient Egyptians, most white people will say African people cannot build the things that were built in Egypt, that it can only be aliens that did it because African people are not intelligent enough to build this kind of stuff. This is the mentality that they are saying, that cannot be intelligent than them. In fact, many white people believe that a black person can never be more intelligent than a white person. This is the mentality of so many white people. They have been taught to think like that. But now their own science research has disproved them that rather than this, the opposite is the case. Okay? So, when I was in Western occultism, there are many rituals that they do to become more like black people. You're going to see some of their grimoires. I'll be sharing this grimoire with you. They have a ritual that they do to take the mark of the beast. This mark of the beast is to take this 666 symbol. And I have told you before that in science, the origin of this 666 is the elemental number of the compound called carbon. And carbon is melanin. The periodic table number of carbon is 666. 6 proton, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. So when you check the rituals in these grimoires, to take this mark of the beast, to become more human, to become more spiritually advanced, is to do a ritual that will give them this symbolic number or spiritual significance of this carbon component of 666. They have this ritual in many of their grimoires. When you open them, you see people doing, they receive instructions of how to take the mark of the beast, how to become more satanic according to them. What this ritual simply implies is that they are trying to want to achieve or absorb more melanin from the spiritual perspective into them to become more human. This melanin 666 carbon number, it is even a baseline for most humans. So these rituals were designed to make them complete. Nowadays, we are having rituals that are talking about becoming number 9 in Western occultism, getting this 999 DNA series or attaining it spiritually. So the essence of this is that when these people do this ritual, they want to become advanced human beings. They want to increase their psychic senses. They want to increase their extrasensory perception. They want to increase their attunement with the spirit world or with the animal or plant kingdom, or to live more in harmony with the world. So the essence of these rituals for them is to become more like us, African people. So you're going to see a lot of these rituals now that they are secretly doing in their chambers. But for me, the sensible thing is that for a white person to want to be more like a black person, most of these rituals, they are not necessary. If I am a white person, I have 6 series DNA. It is clear that I am short of 3, right? I am not a superior human, or I am not complete. The most sensible thing for such a white person to do is to get married to a black person. Then maybe your children can have the 9 series DNA you are looking for. Is that not the most scientific thing for you to do? In that way, you do not have to be doing all these expensive rituals. Some of these rituals are even very stressful to do. You get married to a black person, your children can have this, but due to the wickedness and the selfishness and the hatred of many of these white people, they want to kill off all the black people, then take our property because they are naturally thieves. If you notice these Neanderthal people, mind you, the Neanderthal DNA is not completely human. This Neanderthal DNA, it is not Homo sapien DNA, but this Neanderthal DNA now mix with Homo sapien DNA and now produce something now that is claiming to be a human being. But that thing is not a human being. It's not a complete human. It can never be like an African person. Except maybe it's mixed more with an Africa. I don't want to go into these details, but there are some DNA on this planet right now running around that are not 100% human. We have some DNAs like that. They have human form, but they are not. If you trace their origin, we don't know where this Neanderthal came from. If this thing was created in a lab, or if this thing evolved or devolved on its own. We don't really know where this Neanderthal DNA came from. But right now, this Neanderthal DNA, there seems to be the ones controlling the planet. They are the ones that have this thieving and killing character, lying and stealing. What they do is they lie, they steal, and kill. They lie, they cheat, and they steal. This Neanderthal DNA, this is the cannibalistic DNA from Europe, the one that came from the Caucasus cave, that was a serious cannibal. Always killing, eating, that don't even know how to bury, the one that have to be taught everything, that is not claiming to be a superior being. This Neanderthal DNA is not an African DNA, but some of them have been kind of mixed with African DNA now. So we still need to, there's more study that needs to be done about this Neanderthal DNA, because we still have the children roaming the world, causing problems everywhere they go, doing the same thing they have always been doing since the beginning of time. So back to the topic now of the 9 series, the Divine 9. This 9 series DNA can only be found in Africa. So this proves to show that our divinity in Africa is unlimited. It is beyond their scope of comprehension and understanding. So when you hear of the Divine 9 series DNA, only African people have that DNA in the world, okay? So we are the most superior people by rights, by science. We have been saying this, that we are organic people. Some people are saying that we are less than animals. So once again, their own research is proving beyond reasonable doubt. So you see what is the symbolism of this Divine 9. So you know it. So don't believe these white people when they try to teach the wrong things inside our schools. What we need to do is that we need to change our educational curriculum, but because what they are teaching in Africa, another part of the world, is trying to teach that they are superior to everybody, that they invented everything. So you will never expect your enemies to actually teach you the truth. Nobody is going to give you the power to liberate or free yourself from under them. So until we free our mind, until we start teaching the truth to our own people, these so-called Western people that are claiming to be our best friends, like Shoki, claiming to be our best friends, they are the ones that are killing us with their religion, killing us with their IMF and World Bank loans, causing problems and wars in Africa, sponsoring terrorism everywhere, making sure there's no peace in any part of the world. We need to be very careful of these people. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about this Neanderthal origin in details, to find out, to let you guys know that these people, something is wrong with them genetically, something is wrong with them fundamentally. Why will somebody keep on causing problem again and again and again? Who is these people? Where do they come from? What is their origin? What is their purpose on this planet? Why are they like this? Why can't we just live in peace? Why are they always troublesome? We need to find out the origin of these people so that we can understand them better. Okay? So my next video, I'll be talking about the origin of this Neanderthal, the ancient war between the Homo sapiens and the Neanderthal, so that we can know exactly what we are dealing with here. They say a problem shared is half solved. Many people, many black people, don't understand this problem that we have on this planet because they don't know their history, and the person causing the problem have been very, very secretive in concealing his true identity from us. So we think this person is part of us, this person is helping us, this person is working for us, but The opposite is his case. This person is working 24 hours systematically to eradicate and destroy us and destroy everything that we value. This person is working 24 hours sleeplessly to break us down for whatever purpose we don't know. So for us to understand this person that has been causing this pain in our hearts for so long, we need to know the history of this person. Okay, so my next video, I'll be talking about this new data DNA is in details. Okay, so this is the history of the 9 series DNA. This is the story behind the 9 series DNA, where you hear the divine number 9. When you read Western grimoires, they're talking about how to become number 9. As a black person, just know that you are already number 9. You don't need that ritual. You don't need mark of the beast ritual. It is not for people like you. Okay, it is for people that are not up to you, that want to be like you, but want to go through the back door to be like you. They don't want to come face to face. It is for them, it's not for you. Many of the rituals in Western occultism, they are not necessary for black people. If you know your way, if you know who you are as a black man, many of those grimoires are not necessary for us. We are already above that level. Okay, we are gods. We are 9 Heta beings. We are 9 series beings. You just need to tap into your frequency and notice that you are God, and you start living your life. Okay, many of their spirituality does not work for us. It will never work for us because we don't have the same reality. We don't have the same reality. We don't have the same biological genetic composition. Don't let anybody deceive you. We are superior. Okay? So tap into your genetics and tap into your natural spirituality. That way you start having real results and start living your life the way you are supposed to be living it. Okay? So this is very, very important information. You can get access to this information. I'll put the links on this research. Go and study this research. You'll find that it's a very valid scientific research. I told you in my channel, I break out the misconceptions in African spirituality. I tell you the way it is. And the truth shall set you free. Okay? So this is what I have for you today. Questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share my videos. If you are interested in learning more about African spirituality, register for my website www.kindoki.net. I will teach you. You will learn this stuff without traveling to Africa, without spending too much money, without breaking your bank. You will also be helping me to go into further research to bring more truths to liberate our people. And if you want to do any spell, I do the spell work, law spell, hexes and pacts. I do all these things. If you also want to buy my book, which is very good book, the first book on quantum physics written in the history of Nigeria, I am the one that wrote that book. I sell it, you will only get it from me. It is the e-copy, by the way, not the physical copy. I will email it to you. So you can contact me for the book to support me. For those people supporting and guiding me, I still continue to thank you. And I will be seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.